Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Just Plain Living. I'm John Gray, and I'm here with my friends
Peggy Burton. Hi, John.
Hi, dear.
And I'm Jim Fuller. Peggy was telling me, right before we went on there, Peggy was telling me something about what she was doing at 1 o'clock.
I know, I woke up at 1 o'clock. And I watched The Office. Have you ever watched The Office?
No.
It is, I love it. It is funny.
I've seen it
There's
a couple of times.
There's so few things that are really funny, and I love that show. Anyway, never mind, that's off the subject.
Well, no.
What is the subject? There is no subject.
There is no off the subject with us. You know that.
Listen,
Well, you know
I love
that.
all the Christmas stuff. Flower Shop,
Flower Shop.
it's great.
Blackwell Street.
Look at it.
Janie and Julie and Kathy and Tommy and all
Elves
the
and
girls down there.
snowmen and reindeer.
You know, reindeer and I don't know whether that is a moose. I guess it's
That's
or a
like when you say
reindeer.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I have a Christmas that
Do
I
you?
put out every year.
Yeah,
Ralph
that's
made
good.
it.
That's good. So
It's a moose.
You know, they have for all your decorating needs. Go to the Flower Shop on Blackwell Street. They just have some of the coolest stuff.
They really do.
And,
It's beautiful.
Very, very, very talented young ladies in all of their decorating and floral work is just
And they're very
the best.
generous by letting us have
Very
this to
generous.
decorate our house. And I'm so glad it says Merry Christmas
There
and not
you
Happy
go.
Holidays.
And not happy holidays. There it is, right there.
There it is, right here on the
We
set.
believe in Christmas, right
We
here
do.
on Charter Channel 6. I guarantee you that.
Are we going to get fired?
No, who's going to
Okay.
fire us? Jimmy, you going to fire me? I'm not going to fire you.
Nah. You can't hardly get anybody to do this anymore.
Yeah, it's a tough gig.
It's a tough
Yeah.
gig, yeah.
Tough gig, you know, when you're used to working doing this stuff.
Are you guys ready for the Christmas parade?
Well, that's we had the Manchester Christmas
Yeah.
Parade last Friday night. We've done that. We did the Manchester Rotary Civic Choir. We did the Tullahoma Lions Club Civic Choir. So, yep, we're in the throes of it all.
You're in the throes of it all. Well, it's a big week.
Big week.
Big weeks.
Chandler Lawson's going to be the Grand Marshal.
And they
All
kick
right.
that off 5 o'clock Friday, I believe, at South Jackson
At the
Civic Center.
Center. Have a tree lighting down there, and just all kinds of stuff going on. And if again, folks, if you can't find something to do, it's your fault because it's happening everywhere.
Have you noticed the two great big huge nutcrackers on either end of South Jackson at the front?
Yeah.
Isn't that neat?
I think it's
I
pretty
love
cool.
that. We got the Nutcracker this week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right. The children's class is on Friday.
3 shows.
3 shows. So
Packed
that's
full. And the weekend, there's still a few seats, but Saturday night
Very
and Sunday
few.
matinee,
Yeah.
very few seats. So if you want to go, get your ticket today. 455-5321
There
is the
you
number
go.
to call.
No wonder I remember that number. Every time I hear that. I've heard that a lot.
You've heard
probably.
that
Heard it a
haven't you?
bunch.
Yeah.
I've heard that a
a
bunch.
bunch.
Well, we're so proud of Beverly Long and Jean Marie Ford and what they do. Every other year for us, they donate the money for the Nutcracker to South Jackson Civic Center. And that's a wonderful, wonderful gift.
Yeah,
they have
it is.
beautiful children dancing, and it's not just children, it goes through adults. This is Farrah Jean Ford's last year, I believe, in school, and she's dancing the part of Clara. So come see her.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, she'll be on her toes.
Look at Laura over there. Sounds like fun.
It is fun.
I've actually been to the Nutcracker once.
Have
I
you?
think is that what Jennifer was? Abigail was
Yes,
in, and I went.
Abigail
yeah,
was
I
in.
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it becomes fun when you have granddaughters involved.
Yeah.
Then you have no choice. It's fun.
Right.
It's fun
Exactly.
regardless. The music is beautiful, and if you did nothing but just listen to this beautiful music, Tchaikovsky's music is worth the trip down to the Civic Center.
Yeah, there was this tradition apparently that you give the actors or the people that's in this play a flower arrangement at the end or something. A lot of people were doing that, and I'm thinking, we must have spent $50-$60 for this thing. And I go up and give it to Abigail and says, "Oh, thanks, that's nice." And she goes on to something else.
Throws them over. Right.
So
Goes and plays with something.
Yeah.
The first
Chucks
time-
it on the floor.
The first time I took my children to see the Nutcracker was in London, and my daughter was 3, made me think of your kids, grandkids, and she sat there for a long time, and then she whispered, "Do they ever talk?"
You mentioned kids and then grandkids. I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but I have a real problem sometimes around the house. There's pictures,
Yeah, you
and
can't remember who's who.
And I look at them and I can't. is that my daughter or is that one of my grandkids? You know, I can't
They somehow
remember.
look alike.
You know, yeah, they kind of look alike. You
Well,
know?
they do.
Then the mind begins to go and you don't remember, who are these people?
Who are these kids? Yeah.
We have Dog of the Month on the show today. If you hear that,
Oh, hello.
it's
a husky.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if it's a beautiful dog, so you ought to stay tuned just to see that dog.
That's right. And that dog probably needs a Christmas home. That dog could be a Christmas present.
Yes, it
Yeah,
could.
absolutely.
Be a wonderful Christmas
Guarantee you
present.
that. So, have you started shopping? How do you shop for Christmas?
I don't. I am so unstressed. You can't believe it.
Well, good for you.
That is just, I'm not getting into it.
I don't believe it.
Well, believe it. I go see a musical.
Piggy, you turn everything
I see
into
you
a
drive
stressful
around
situation.
Here's what
like
I've
a bat out of
done. No,
hell.
you have not.
You're driving. You
Yeah,
do so
not.
much stuff. You don't have time to be stressed over Christmas. You've got so many other things
Here's what I
you're
do.
dealing with.
I take a jar and cram some lights in it and plug it in and call it a Christmas tree.
Well, that works.
It works.
That works.
No,
Then,
I love Christmas, but I refuse to let it stress me out because I think that's wrong.
well, it is wrong. It is
For me,
wrong.
it's
And I've
wrong.
held out. I mean, y'all
Everybody
know,
does that, though.
I've held out. I held out through November with this Christmas decorating stuff, and
I send a couple of checks out and
and
say, go buy yourself
I'm
a
just going to
present.
kind of slide into it easy
Yeah.
here.
No, I love it. I do.
You know, I mentioned one time to my daughter when she was probably 7 or 8 years old, or she heard me say this rather, and that was when we were doing the Legion thing, and it was constantly a crisis because there's a party thing going on
Yeah.
every day,
Every night.
And Nancy apparently asked me when I was going to get something done, and I said, as soon as this Christmas crisis is over, I'll do that. and Jennifer, my daughter's. Why is Christmas a crisis? I never understood this, you know.
That's terrible for it to be a crisis.
And she remembers it to this day. You know, yeah.
Well, you know, at
Christmas
that
crisis.
point in your life, you know, you're running that club out there, and you've got. It starts in November because there's only so many nights in December to have a party, and it was the only one of the few places that big companies could get all their employees in.
Yeah.
So it started at Thanksgiving weekend and went all the way through New Year's. There's something happening every night, and then some of them, you know, would book luncheons. So that place is turning over twice a day, maybe 200, 300 people.
Exactly.
And it is a crisis.
I'm sure it is.
It is. It's always.
Stand
It was
prepared.
always funny. You know, we talked about this last week, but you know, putting up a Christmas tree is fun. But if you've got to put up 6 of them. There and one at your
then
your house.
taking it down
Yeah,
is a
that's not
bummer.
so much fun. And plus, when you first start out the Christmas season, you start playing that Christmas music. It's so cool. But 6 weeks later,
It's
you
not
are
cool.
sick of it.
I just do not want to hear Jingle Bells one
You're
more
sick
time.
of it.
Give me the 4 tops. Let me hear Buffett.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me hear Tim Daly. I want to hear Tim Daly
There you
sing.
go. Maybe we'll hear him today.
Well, you will hear Tim Daly today because he's here today.
Fantastic.
Tim's my writing partner, and Tim is a new artist signed by Bell Buckle Records, and he has a project out that we're gonna promote today.
Awesome.
And
don't you have something to do with that?
Well, I was involved in some of it,
That's good.
and
I'm
Tim
excited about that.
allowed me to participate. So, but we're going to have him on and have a DVD of his new song, and Tim will play 1 or 2 for us, and we're excited about that because very talented young man, and we'll get into that a little bit later. He was just on the radio with Marilyn this morning on the Duck, so
Good.
he's making his way, and it's not that he's a newbie because in that industry nobody's a newbie.
Right.
Everybody who's a brand new instant star
It's been
has
at it
been
for
working
years.
for 10 to
That's
15
right.
years to
Oh,
get
yeah.
to be a brand new star.
Unless you're
Yeah.
Justin Bieber and you can say baby, baby, baby 500 times.
Who was it I saw the other day that was some really, really classic and classy singer?
Barbra Streisand
was
talking about him.
receiving some kind
I'll
of
bet.
award, or was tied with Justin Bieber for something.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just sort of, it'd be like saying Tony Bennett and Justin Bieber are co-winners of something. They
Yeah,
ain't
well, you
what.
know, and that could be because Tony Bennett's reinvented himself a bunch
yeah,
of
by
times.
doing duets.
Yeah,
How
you know,
smart is that?
and I mean, you know, he's a star
He's
with
so cool.
that
He
spans
gives me such
generations
great
now.
hope,
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and to me, there's no way Justin Bieber can tote his lunch pail. I don't care how much money he's made.
That's right.
He's not old enough to be classified as in the same league as Tony Bennett.
Let's don't even say their name at the same time.
Can't get there.
No, he's a
Can't
kid
get
that's
there.
made it big. Good for him.
And
Yeah, he makes what, about $50 million a year
About
or
50
something.
million.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Unbelievable.
I'd tote his pail.
Yeah, yeah, me
I
too.
wonder if he needs a attaché.
Maybe
You
so.
think? Huh?
Could be.
Probably.
All right,
Probably.
all right. Well,
You got to
what-
quit putting people down. Christmas is a happy,
I know.
happy,
Well, I'm
happy
not putting him
time.
down. He's a talented young man. I just don't consider him to be equal to somebody
in
like
the
Tony
league,
Bennett.
exactly.
No. If his career lasts that long, then he will be.
Right.
You know, real simple.
Rod Stewart, he's out singing Christmas carols and sounding good.
I love Rod Stewart.
I do
always
too.
have.
You know, he's done. He's
got a
done
great hairdo.
big band CD that I just love, and you know, he was a rocker for so long. I guess he still is, but he's smart
Oh yeah.
to make a change and do these things.
One of
He's done a
my
good job.
one of my vulgar pleasures that I allow myself to do is I take Architectural Digest.
Yeah.
Because I love construction and structure, and there was an issue that his house was the premier article in there. Oh my goodness.
It was beautiful.
But it's like looking at like a palace.
Yeah, it sort of makes
incredible.
Yeah, sort
Incredible.
of makes you hate going home.
Nah, home's good.
Home is always good.
And
I
the
love
show's
home.
going to be good today. We have all kinds of folks coming in here. Don't you go away, because we're going to have a big time on Just Plain Living. We'll be right back after these messages with today's show.
It's nice to see familiar faces while enjoying great Sears low prices at your locally owned and operated Sears hometown store in Tullahoma and Shelbyville. Mike and his crew are a premier dealer where you'll find great Sears quality and availability at the lowest prices guaranteed. Featuring Craftsman tools with Sears' famous lifetime warranty, Craftsman lawn and garden equipment, 10 major appliance brands featuring Kenmore, Electrolux and Whirlpool, Sealy bedding, Kenmore and Dyson vacuums, Nordic Track and Soul Fitness equipment. And if it's not on our shelves, it's available online at Sears.com with free shipping to either location. Sears Hometown Store in Tullahoma and Shelbyville. We're right in your neighborhood.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Look what we've got on the set. This is Mr. Shiloh here from the animal shelter with Jeremy Mitchell. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How long have you had this fella?
We've had Shiloh for a couple of weeks now. He was found as a stray, I believe, on Sherwood Avenue, and he's just been a great dog.
So nobody's called looking for Shiloh?
No, nobody's
Didn't have
called
any
looking for him.
markings of
Nope.
no collar?
No collar or microchip or.
And we think he's about 3 years old?
Yeah, he's about 3 to 4.
All right, all you have to do is put a ribbon around his neck and give it to your mama, and she's got a good Christmas present.
Yeah, he's very gentle.
It'd make a great gift.
The
Look at the markings
only
on
odd
him.
thing is he's just not good with cats. Most huskies aren't good with cats.
Okay, so if you got a cat,
yeah.
put them in the garage when you get this dog.
Yeah, most huskies actually, I mean, the cats are kind of food to them, so it's just,
Yeah.
unless you raise them
Well,
together as puppies and kittens.
This is a kind of a small husky, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe he's got some mix in him, but he dominates the husky breed, and he's just got that beautiful chocolate and cream color to him.
And he seems to be very friendly and gentle.
Very friendly. And he even talks to you sometimes. He has that
we heard him out there.
Yeah, that howl voice that he'll do.
Maybe he's got a little coyote mixed in.
Yeah, if he did.
Even though it's hot and it's warm like summer right now, it's time to be conscious of where you're keeping your animal.
Yes, definitely. Now, a dog like Shiloh would love it out in the cold.
Really?
They prefer it.
So this is a good outdoor dog.
Yeah, this is a very good outdoor dog.
But you still need a shelter, I think.
Yeah, it's you do by law have to have a shelter, which is considered like dog house. It can be a garage.
Yeah.
I've even told people if they can get under the house, where they have an area where they can get
just as long as
so
they
it's got
have
some shelter.
shelter.
Carport doesn't count. Tent doesn't count.
Does he eat a lot?
No, he's pretty easy to feed. He might go through about 20 pounds.
You feed a dog twice a day?
Generally, they say to feed an adult dog about once a day.
Yeah.
Now, if they're underweight, you can probably feed them a little more. Puppies, you want to feed 3 to 4 times.
3 or 4 times a day. And keep fresh water
every
day. I think that's something people forget.
Yeah,
they have the idea if the water's out there that it's okay.
That's good enough. Yeah, but
it's not good enough.
They don't realize the dog. They get dirty and they start drinking it. And dirt gets in there and starts turning green, and it can get pretty ugly. And and keep an eye on them, knocking them over.
If someone wants this dog, has he had his shots and all that?
He's had some of his vaccinations. He will need his rabies shot. Unfortunately, we can't give the rabies shot. Only a veterinarian can. So
right. And how about, has he been fixed?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But he does come with a free neuter.
Comes with a free neuter. So if you come and adopt this, is it $30?
It's $35.
$35 adoption fee.
Yes.
And then you all, the vet, pay the vet. Is that it?
Yeah, we will pay the vet. Actually, there's a clinic in Shelbyville. It's called the Middle Tennessee Spay Neuter Clinic. That's who we use to spay and neuter our animals.
You have a lot of animals on hand right now that
I think our last count was about 57. So
57, wow.
They come in as quick as they go.
That's sad that so many animals need a home.
Yeah.
Shiloh, you look like a really good dog. Somebody would love having you.
We have a female husky mix there also named
really?
We call her Allie. She's actually a full cream color, just as gentle and sweet as he is too.
Is she, how old is she?
She's about a year old. So
let's tell the people about some of the types of dogs you have, or the names,
Well,
what they are.
A majority,
breeds,
majority of them are pretty much mixed breeds. That's what we run
Yeah.
into. Very rarely do we actually get purebred animals. However, they do come in. The smaller ones tend to go quicker, so we get left with a lot of bigger dogs. So we have a lot of black lab mixes or black labs, and but we don't think it's unfair to let them go to heaven. So we give them a chance. We've had some up to 2 years.
Do you have a limit as to the length of time you'll keep an animal?
No.
No.
Like I said,
but if you see it getting sick, you'll have it put to sleep if necessary.
If we see it getting sick, we'll try to get it vet care first. With the community giving us donations, we use that money to give these animals.
Now, if somebody wants to make a note, of course, if you want to get a dog, just call that number or go over to the animal shelter. Where's the animal shelter? Let's
it's
give it the address.
942 Maplewood Avenue. It's
942
at the Public Works Department.
Maplewood, over near the sewer and all that sort of.
Yeah.
Easy to find, close to that cemetery.
Yeah, the Maplewood Cemetery, right next to it.
Cemetery. And you get a chance to look at all the dogs and pick out. I know my daughter has 2 that they have picked out, and they're as happy as they can be with them. They're good dogs.
We get puppies in, and we try to get the puppies out quicker because their immune systems just ain't strong at all. And bringing different animals in all the time, they can bring diseases in. We try to keep it down with cleaning and things like that.
How many dogs do you have at your house, Jeremy?
I only have 1. I live in an apartment, so they limit me to what I can have. Otherwise, I'd probably have a shelter of my own.
Yeah.
But you fall in love with every one of these dogs as you're there.
You can't help it, can you?
No.
And, when I watch the ads on TV about the millions of homeless dogs, and then I think about all the dogs that got during the hurricane.
Yeah.
Where did all the dogs go? And
exactly.
Some they
that's
found,
why we really recommend.
Yeah,
that's why we really recommend microchipping your animal. Even cats. I mean, because
what do y'all charge to microchip?
It's if you adopt an animal through the shelter, it's only $10 for the chip.
That's a good deal.
And we do open it to the public sometimes. A few times a year. At Bark in the Park we do it, and a few events throughout the year we'll open it up.
Do you have any other events coming up?
Just the Christmas parade we're going to be entering.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're going to have Mr. and Mrs. Tullahoma riding with us. And, Mr. and Mrs. Tullahoma Canine, excuse me.
Mr. and Mrs. Tullahoma Canine, and they'll have on their crowns.
Yeah, they'll have the crowns on there.
Standing tall.
And their owners will be with them. And
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy, you do such an awesome job, and I know you love every animal that you come in contact with, and that touches us all. But it's so important many people can use a dog.
Yes, yeah. And
Not only
dogs
for
are,
protection, but
yep,
just somebody to
they're
love.
companions. I mean, you fall in love with them quick.
This Shallow is such a good dog. Check out that face. How could you not want that face? All right, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Jeremy, I love what you do. Keep
Thank
it
you,
up.
Peggy.
We'll be back with more of Living.
Mark, you've won just about everything there is to win in racing. What's next?
I'd like more people to know about ER Extra.
The emergency room at Harton Regional Medical Center?
I just want them to get the best care they can get.
That just gets me right here, Mark.
Maybe you'd like to pay them a visit.
ER Extra at Harton Regional Medical Center.
ER Extra. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
When you see the sign, The Main Event, take a close look inside at a hair studio that offers services by some of the best master stylists in Middle Tennessee. These stylists offer a list of services that compete with large city salons, from trendy cuts for men, women, and children to the latest color techniques, including highlights and bold color accents. Other services offered include permanent hair weaving and relaxing to formal hairstyle for that special occasion. You can also give yourself a very special treat with a full makeover, including full body waxing. For your convenience, we are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until the last client leaves happy. Call and make your appointment at 931-571-8682 or stop by our Tullahoma location at 207 North Jackson Street. Pamper yourself at The Main Event today.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're pleased to have joining us now Winston Brooks, who is the community coordinator of the city of Tullahoma. And he's kind of a busy guy right now because for the next few weeks, there's a lot of stuff going on in Tullahoma.
A lot of stuff going on in Tullahoma, and not just for the next few weeks, but Tullahoma is an exciting place. And this December, as you know, is full of Christmas festivities, a lot of family activities going on in the city. I think you guys were talking earlier about the Christmas parade, and once you've been down to the parade and want to keep that Christmas spirit going, then Tuesday, December 11th, come out at 5 p.m. for the Old Town Christmas Stroll. And the Old Town Christmas Stroll, if you're not familiar with it, is located in the historic district of the downtown area. And it's a great way to sample the amazing musical talent that this community has. Most people may be familiar with it, but if you're not, this town has more music than it should, probably, with the way the high school band is.
Absolutely.
And for example, there's several fabulous voice instructors in this town, one of which is your very own Peggy Burton.
Right.
So come out Tuesday night, December 11th, Old Town Christmas Stroll, South Jackson Civic Center, 5 p.m. And Peggy Burton and her voice students are going to be showcased on stage there. And they do a fabulous job. So it starts about 5 p.m. At 5, and a lot of people will start at Tullahoma Fine Arts Center, where they can pick up a program, which I have one sitting here on the table. And they're going to have some more voice students there. They're going to have people in period costume mingling around, get some refreshments. And then you can head out and you can hit not only historical buildings in town, but inside each of those historical buildings, you're going to get to showcase the musical talent that the city has to offer. So, for example, just to give you a little bit, at 6:30, the South Jackson Civic Center is going to have the Tullahoma High School Aristocats. Now, most people are going to be familiar with the Aristocats, and would have to say that if you haven't had a chance to see them this year, get out and see them. Bethany Poirier is doing a great job.
And every year it's a different deal and a different show.
Group.
And
it's an award-winning group year after year. And the high school band is going to be down at the First United Methodist Church, beautiful historic building. And the band is going to be kind of featured there with their tuba ensemble and a jazz band from the high school. And every year that band receives accolades and awards, and those students who have gone on to college and want to get scholarships to perform at the college level do get them. That's so it's again, it's a great asset that the community has.
Yeah, I'm kind of partial to that band because my son-in-law is the band director. So,
man, he does a great job. The other day I was driving down the road, and I didn't know what a great job he did. And I saw the big semi going down the road, and on the side said THS High School Marching Band. I thought, man, they are doing a great job to have that kind of facility to fill up a truck like that. So.
Oh yeah, and the band boosters do a great job too as for supporting.
Yeah. Well, he does a great job. He's a great leader down there. Then the First Christian Church is going to be involved. The usual St. Barnabas Episcopal Church, First Baptist Church, Fellowship Hall, and Mount Zion Baptist Church are all going to have ongoing events throughout the evening. Two new things I do want to mention is that one of the new venues this year is the historic Davies Culbertson Funeral Home, and they're going to have several things going on there this year. They're going to have the First Baptist Church music ministry singing. They're going to have Dr. Herb Hester delivering an uplifting message of hope. And they're also going to have a memory tree, a memorial tree that you can come in and hang an ornament in memory of your loved ones. And that's really a special event. And I think the community is going to really enjoy stopping by there and seeing what's going on there. Also this year, we are asking visitors to bring a donation for Toys for Tots or a non-perishable food item. So that's another new twist we've kind of added this year. And then you're going to have the caboose will be open for tours. The GNU Bustle cabin is going to have a roaring fire and some hot cider. And so you can go visit and take a look at that, which is supposed to be the oldest building in Tullahoma.
Right.
So that's pretty fascinating to get in there. And that's another nice thing about the Old Town Christmas Stroll, is that you can get inside some of these historic buildings as well as see the talented musicians.
Yeah, the story behind the GNU Bustle cabin is quite exciting in itself, and that they were tearing down a building here in town and discovered that building was built there. It's
right.
Tearing down.
And I believe that the building that was being torn down at that time was on Atlantic Street. Is that correct? Yeah, and that I've been doing some reading about the Tullahoma history, and that Atlantic Street area was really the center of town. And they had several large hotels as well as the Victorian homes built there and the different architectural styles. And so it's a shame that we weren't able to save some of those buildings. But one of the interesting things, and this is I digress a little bit, but just about how Tullahoma's history was about how the springs in this area were bringing people down for the health benefits of these springs, and then they had these hotels that rose up around the railroad. So,
and I'm impressed, Winston. Winston has went back and actually checked this out, because a lot of us that live here sort of take that for granted, and we don't really know a lot about it. But Tullahoma has absolutely a very, very rich history.
It does have a very fascinating history there. But again, it's the Old Town Christmas Stroll, and it's going to be Tuesday, December 11th. Starts at 5 p.m. Now, so you go Friday, 7 p.m., hit the parade, get all amped up on Christmas time. Now, I don't know if y'all have talked about this, but at 5:15, this is on the Christmas parade. At 5:15 at South Jackson Civic Center, Friday, December 7th, you can go down and do the tree lighting, and then the reception for Chandler Lawson. So that's a lot of excitement too, to take the family to. Kids get to meet Miss Tennessee, while we're talking about Miss Tennessee too, if you go on to our Facebook page or Google MissAmerica.org, you can go vote for Miss Tennessee right now. So that's a great opportunity to support her. She does a great job. She sees 4 40,000 students a year. And every time she goes, I'm from Tullahoma, Tennessee.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, it's pretty exciting that we've got Miss Tennessee as the Grand Marshal in the Tullahoma Christmas Parade. I'm sure it helps the fact that she lives here. This is her home.
That's right, absolutely. But she's not going to be at the Old Town Christmas stroll, which is unfortunate, but there's going to be a lot of other great excitement to see. And it's a great time to come out and enjoy kind of some time with your family, reflect on what the meaning of the season is, and catch up with your old friends and make some new friends too. Okay,
and that's coming off, by the way, next Tuesday. He starts at 5 o'clock, you said, Wednesday?
5 p.m., that's right.
You know, one of the neat things about this event, and I forget how many years we've been doing this with Tullahoma, but one of the neat things about it is it gives you an opportunity to kind of walk around and see things, and you know, we're so busy that we don't really have a chance to see our neighbors and friends as much as we ought to.
That's right.
And that's a great opportunity to do that because of the way this is put together. So
that's exactly right. Well said. And I'm glad you mentioned that this is the 19th annual Old Town Christmas Stroll. So it's been a great tradition, and we're glad to continue that tradition. Next year is going to be the 20th anniversary of the Old Town Christmas Stroll, so we've got some special things planned. And in the Friday edition, you can't really see that, but in the Friday edition of the paper and the Sunday edition of the paper, look for this ad that will give you the complete schedule of events for the Old Town Christmas Stroll. And you'll be able to plan out your evening. Because as I said, there's multiple venues and multiple ongoing shows at each spot. So you sort of have to map out what you want to see and go check that out.
Okay. Winston, you got the best job in the whole world.
I think so. I'm very fortunate.
He plans parties and stuff.
That's it.
Events for Tullahoma. Thank you so much for coming by today.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me down.
To make plans doing that, folks. Old Town Christmas Stroll next Tuesday. We'll be right back in just a moment with more living right after these messages.
I didn't know we were going to get through.
Times have changed since Traders Bank first opened our doors in 1889. Back then, online banking meant people were waiting ahead of you. And technology? The word hadn't even been invented yet. Even though banking has transformed over the years, at Traders, one thing has never changed. Friendly smiles, a neighborly hello, and a sincere appreciation for our customers. When a Traders employee says, "You're welcome," you are, and you always will be. Traders Bank, you're welcome. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
These are the children who had no chance. They're known as Brazil's street kids. They wander the streets dying by the thousands from drugs, AIDS, and bullets. Most of them have been abandoned, left to survive on their own. These children needed a place to go. I had to do something. So I brought it up at Rotary. People heard about what we were doing and asked how they could help. Together, we raised funds to give them a home and open the school. They're learning a trade. Now hundreds of kids have a family and a future. They're contributing to the community because Rotary believes in making things better for everyone.
Rotary is making a difference right now.
They have hope.
Rotary gives people an opportunity to help.
It was time for breakfast with Santa this past weekend, where the Tullahoma High School Aristocats did their yearly visit with Santa Claus at the Methodist Church for a fundraiser. And I was there, and so was Bob Payne, making some film. Let's go to breakfast with Santa.
holiday season is upon us, and for all of your banking needs, look no further than Citizens Tri-County Bank.
All of us at Citizens Tri-County Bank want to wish you and your families a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
This facility was built literally on the international date line to bring Charter customers tomorrow's technology first. Like Charter Internet, which was just made faster again. With speeds up to 100 megs, you can download a movie in 2 minutes. The #1 internet service provider in the nation. Click.
Fogelman, good luck with the presentation tomorrow.
Already nailed it.
Get Charter Internet Express for only $19.99 a month.
Jay Gregory invites you to spend part of your holiday season in Bell Buckle this year. The merchants at Southern Charm make gift buying easy, offering Jay Jordan's quality clothing and other designer fashions, pad rags, Silly Cow chocolate, shabby chic homemade distressed furniture, antiques, jellies, jams, and a gourmet food line from the world-famous Bell Buckle Cafe. And speaking of the Bell Buckle Cafe, make sure you stop by and enjoy some of Tennessee's best home-style cooking. If over some pork or a great dessert, you think of your upcoming event, go see Martha at the Bell Buckle Banquet and Recital Hall. Wedding, banquet, company party, business meeting, or just a group of friends getting together to have some fun. Martha can help you set a menu, decide on decorations, and ensure your event is successfully delivered in a big town way with small town charm. Jay Gregory has given you an invitation, so visit Southern Charm, the Bell Buckle Cafe, and the Bell Buckle Banquet Hall this holiday season. Visit Bell Buckle. Give yourself a gift. All right, folks, we're back, and I'm excited today because I have my friend and co-writer and brother in music and other things here with me today, Tim Daly. And Tim, welcome, my friend. Good to see you here in Tullahoma.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
Tim and I met one another and started working together about, what, how long ago was Uncle Sideshow?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a while, 10 years?
Yeah, about
10 years ago. Tim came to the Legion and played with a band called Uncle Sideshow, and we got to be friends and got to throwing some ideas around and doing some writing. And Tim is a working musician.
Working
That's all
hard
you've ever done.
That's right.
And you know, a lot of people look at music in a way. They look at the superstars and all that, and think that's all the music there is. But there's a whole group of folks like Tim who work every week, 4 or 5 nights a week. Mm-hmm. You've been playing for the last 3 or 4 months at BB King's in Nashville.
Yeah.
Doing a gig there, and you play. Where's some other places you play?
Well, I play at the Benchmark on 2nd Avenue, downtown Nashville. Play some in Clarksville. And then
there's a marina you go play.
Yeah, down at the Kentucky Lake, Eagle Bay Marina. Great bunch of guys down there, people. Yeah, we have fun. And you know, and I do, you know, acoustic shows and then sometimes full band shows. You know, it just depends.
Yeah, I know one of your things that's on YouTube is you and Johnny Hillen.
Oh yeah, Johnny
Highland playing together, you know, downtown Nashville, and you know Johnny's probably one of the best guitar players you'll ever hear play. So.
That was at Layla's Bluegrass Inn. And it was funny. I had a buddy of mine. I was working in the studio, and he said, "I want to take you downtown and let you hear this guy play guitar." And so we went in there. Layla's on Broadway, and he was playing, and oh my gosh!
Yeah.
But before I knew it, I was up on the stage. They had me singing a Merle Haggard song.
Well, there you go. There you go. You know, Tim can do it all, and of course, Tim has been signed recently by Bell Buckle Records, and has a new project out, and I'm gonna hold that up right there for you to see. That's Tim Daly, and the name of it is Straight to You, and it is. I
love that song.
It can be gotten on your website.
Yeah.
It can be ordered from your website. You can download it at iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
All of the CD Baby. It's on Pandora. It's on Spotify. Anywhere you think you can find music, Tim Daly's new project is there.
If you go to timdalymusic.com or like Tim Daly Facebook page. But yeah, like you said, it's you can find it and make a great stocking stuffer.
Oh yeah. And I was fortunate enough that Tim and I wrote the first 4 songs on this. We wrote together, and I'm just really proud to be part of this, and hope you'll enjoy them. What we did, Tim came and had an idea about writing a song about a telephone. Missed the sound of a telephone ringing, and I had just gotten through with 6 hours of trying to figure out how Facebook operated, and I was so frustrated. And the name of this song is "Pick Up the Phone," and we wrote this together. And Tim's done a DVD on it. And what we'd like to do right now is play that and give you a little taste about what Tim Daly's all about.
All right.
Just pick up the phone. Yeah, I want to talk to you. I miss the sound of a telephone ringing, like the one that used to hang on the wall, between my brothers and sisters and the dogs and me. We'd all race to answer the call. Yeah, it might have been Daddy calling Mama, saying he'd be coming home late. But it was always people talking to people. Now man, wasn't that great? So just pick up the phone. Yeah, I want to talk to you. Don't want to hear you say, sorry I'm away, but I'll get back to you soon. Don't want to leave you a message, and I ain't gonna wait for the tone. I want to talk to you. Whatever you do, just pick up the phone. Now this brave new world that we live in has all but left me behind. You can email and text and Twitter, but what happened to that telephone line? Yeah, there's MySpace and Facebook and YouTube, where the world can see it all. And between them selling and trying to collect, nobody answers at all. So just pick up the phone. Yeah, I want to talk to you. Don't want to hear you say, sorry I'm away, but I'll get back to you soon. Don't want to leave you a message, and I ain't gonna wait for the tone. I wanna talk to you. Whatever you do, just pick up the phone. Yeah, I could be broke down in the middle of nowhere, fearing for my life, while you're sitting there in your easy chair, sipping on a cold Bud Light. Oh man, that ain't right. Just pick up the phone. Yeah, I wanna talk to you. Don't wanna hear you say, sorry I'm away, but I'll get back to you soon. Don't wanna leave you a message, and I ain't gonna wait for the tone. I need to talk to you. Whatever you do, just pick up the phone. I need to talk to you. Whatever you do, just pick up the phone.
right, that's Tim Daly. Just pick up the phone. You know, and there's a whole lot of people out there that are frustrated with technology. All this Facebook and YouTube and stuff, you hear it all the time. Can't somebody just call me? Don't text me. Just pick up the phone, folks. What a great song. What a great idea. And you did a fine job with it, bud.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, getting back to what you were just saying. Thing is, you know, you'll call somebody nowadays and they won't answer. And then they'll text you right back.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just pick up the phone?
I don't know. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. No. I tell you what, Tim, let's get a little bit of history of you. What got you to where you are today? How long have you been playing music, and when did you really get involved and invested in the fact that you are an incredible singer, guitar player, and songwriter?
Well, I appreciate those kind words, John. It's all I've ever done, really. Since I've been old enough. Yeah. I was probably, I was probably about 11. And, you know, his older brother, my older brother Paul, had a guitar. And I just started fooling with it. And then got into a band.
Yeah.
Got into a garage band.
There you go.
Yeah. And then when graduated high school, I knew I was moving to Nashville. And so...
And where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Germantown, Maryland.
Germantown, Maryland. Get a Maryland boy down here and turn it. They like Alan Jackson said, they've gone country.
But
look at them boots.
No, I've been in Tennessee longer now than I was up there. But yeah, I love it. We live in Dixon, you know, 40 minutes west of Nashville, you know.
And you'll do for you folks out there. You know, this guy right here, and he'll show you here in just a minute because we're getting ready to let him do an acoustic number. But if you need this guy, you call him up or get on that website right there. You know, because you'll play parties.
Backyard
barbecue,
Christmas parties. I could use some of that right now.
Can do an acoustic set by yourself, which is entertaining, or you can bring a full band if someone wants to have a company party. You know, this guy right here can entertain you. I will guarantee you that. And is a great player, great songwriter. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to finish this segment, then we're going to bring Tim back. But about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, Tim brought an idea to me because of this lovely lady, Teresa, that he's now married to. And he was trying to put together a song that really spoke how he felt about her at that point, and I'm sure now as much. And we did this song, and he said, I want it to be Straight to You.
And it worked, John.
It worked. He's got the ring on. She got him. And this is probably one of the songs that I've had a part in writing that I think is one of my favorite ones because of the sentiment in it, because we all have somebody we love and somebody that can keep us on the straight and narrow.
That's right. And that's what I needed.
Well, we all need.
I was running amok, John.
Well, I'll tell you what. Pick up that guitar and let them have just a touch and play Straight to You for them.
Well,
okay. And then we'll come back later on and do another one.
All right.
But this is Tim Daly, my friend, my brother, and a song for lovely Teresa, Straight to You.
All right. I've written hard and been put up with. That's the life I've lived, I got no regrets. Yeah, hard and heavy minded, nothing. Yeah, I've slowed down, but I'm still running. Straight
to you. I can hear you calling, straight to you. And honey, I'm still falling. No, there ain't nothing in this great big world that's equal to the way I love you, girl. And every time it feels just like brand new, I run straight to you. Well, I used to watch the sun come up, yeah, through whiskey eyes and a coffee cup, and just thinking about the things I done. But you know nowadays there's only one place I run, straight to you. I can hear you calling, straight to you. And honey, I'm still falling. No, there ain't nothing in this great big world that's equal to the way I love you, girl. And every time it feels just like brand new, I run straight to you. And for the first time in a long time, I don't feel so alone. I've got direction again, and it's directing me home. Straight to you. Yeah, I can hear you calling, straight to you. And honey, I'm still falling. No, there ain't nothing in this great big world that's equal to the way I love you, girl. And every time it feels just like brand new, I run straight to you. I run straight to you, straight to you. Yeah, that's what I do. Well, I've written hard and been put up with. That's a life I've lived. I got no regrets.
Tim Daly, straight to you. Right here it is, folks. You can get it online at www.timdailymusic.com. You can go to iTunes, CD Baby, all those online places. You can download this straight to your phone. It won't be long. Maybe we'll have a ringtone.
Oh, yeah.
Never can tell. Never can tell. Folks, we'll be back with more Tim Daly right after these messages and a couple of more people. We have some more folks on the show, and then we'll bring Tim back for another song toward the end. And let's go to this commercial break right now.
Yeah.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
How can toys like these lead to a 6-year-old's death and leave another child permanently brain damaged? Because they're not toys at all. A safety message from your local fire department and this station.
Oh, there's my cat. Should I put her away?
Lighten it up a little bit.
How's this? Great.
Good.
There we go.
you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors, and meet new people, we have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Cove Lake, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Martin Weekly, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, Rugby in the Big South Fork, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Welcome back to Just Plain Living. I'm so excited today to have members of the Coffee County Historical Society with me. Hi, Miss Lewis. How are you?
I'm fine.
Joanna Lewis and Pat Burgess. I'm so glad you guys came, and you're here showing a book that you're beginning.
Yes, we've just completed book 1 of a 6-volume series.
And I am so impressed. And it's all about. You go ahead and tell me what it's all about.
It's all about Civil War soldiers that fought on both sides from Coffee County.
From Coffee County.
Yes, these are soldiers who lived in Coffee County either before the war, during the war, or after the war. On either side, and also those who served on the home front in the Home Guard.
Did you find that there's a lot of Union soldiers from Coffee
Not
County?
an awful lot, but
there were some.
But there were some. There were actually 1,240, as best we can count, soldiers from Coffee County that'll be included in this series.
That's amazing. 1,240. Do you know how many were killed? Do you have any idea?
No, I don't know. There were many who were injured, many who were captured and spent lots of time in prisons, in military prisons during the war.
And you have all that information.
We do.
You've collected.
Each soldier. We've researched marriage records, cemetery records, tombstone records, military records.
That's amazing. Joanna, when did y'all start all this?
We started in
30 years ago.
30 years ago collecting, yes.
And I'm curious to know what got you interested in this project.
Well, it's history.
Of course.
And it is a good and bad part of
our history
of Coffee County.
And do you have direct descendants that,
yes.
ancestors
yes,
that
I do.
You're a descendant of?
Yes, I do.
Civil War personnel.
I do. Mr. Wilson, he's one of the ones that walked away from his command and come home to reap the harvest because he did not want his family to starve. So.
And many families were starving because the women were left.
Absolutely.
And there was a lot of horrors of war, of any war, but especially during that time. So I know that you have this book for sale. Mm-hmm. Is it ready to take orders?
Yes, indeed.
And
it's at the printers right now, and we will have it in our hands this week. It won't look exactly like this. It'll be coil bound, and the books are $25 each. We also have it available on a CD for $15 each.
So if you want all the volumes, it'll be $120. Did you say 6?
6 volumes.
$50.
Yeah, we're working on those. This one's finished. The next book will be. This has surnames A and B. The next book will have C through F. And then we'll continue on through the alphabet, until we finish the rest. It will take us probably several years.
How many of you are working on this project?
4.
That's huge.
There are 4 of us.
Who are the other 2 people?
Beverly Vetter and Lori Amos.
And in your research, do you work together as a team or do you work individually?
We've worked individually. Thankfully, nowadays, there are many more records available on the internet than there were a few years ago. Yes, indeed it is. Military records are now available online through a wonderful website called fold3.com. You can actually look at muster roll, Fold3.
F-O-L-D.
F-O-L-D, fold3.com. But you can actually look at muster rolls and see the handwritten records of each soldier's military history. And then each soldier gets 2 pages in the book with his military history and his family genealogy.
I think that's awesome.
It has been a lot of work, but we're very proud of it.
You certainly should be. And let's tell everybody where the Coffee County Historical Society meets.
We meet in the historic courthouse in Manchester every other month on the 3rd Tuesday.
Every other month, 3rd Tuesday.
At 7 p.m.
And do you invite people to come?
Anybody can come. We'd love to. We try to get a notice in the paper and on your television station.
The 3rd Tuesday of the month.
And then the office is open. The office is also in the courthouse, in the courthouse on the square in Manchester, and
I
it's
love
open.
having a courthouse in
yes,
Coffee
indeed.
County.
We love being in it.
Yeah.
It's open Wednesday mornings and Friday mornings from 9 to 1.
And so if anybody wants to come in, peruse some of the material you have there,
indeed.
they're welcome to come.
We have 30 years worth of publications that are on
That's
various
amazing,
subjects that
yeah.
have to do with the history of Coffee
And
County.
newspaper, I don't know how. Were there
We do have
newspaper
newspapers,
articles
yes.
all the way
Yes.
back to the Civil
Yes,
War?
and
Did
we have a lot of those.
Did we have a newspaper in Manchester?
Yes.
That far back?
Yes, we did.
And in Tullahoma.
That's interesting.
And in fact, one of the soldiers that we've covered in the book was the editor of the Tullahoma newspaper
really?
at the time, yes.
Did you all have a flyer you wanted to show, or did I miss that?
We sent you one that could be
Oh, maybe
put
it's
up on the...
maybe it's on the rollover thing. You wanted to put a phone number. Could we put the phone number of the office there?
The
where you
office
are?
is 931-728-0145.
728-0145. If they're paying attention back there, they might put that up. Anyway, people can find it in the phone book, I'm sure. And are you working on this every day? Do you find yourself involved
Every day,
in it every
indeed.
day?
It takes hours
and you have to be
hours.
disciplined to do
oh,
that.
you do.
Do you
do.
get up early to start?
Yes.
And sometimes working in the night when you
Absolutely.
wake up.
When you wake up at 1 a.m., that's when you get up
you
and
get
work
up
on
and work
I've
on
spent
it.
many mornings at 5 o'clock in the morning working on these
when
soldiers.
Will the volumes that are ready to be sold, when will they be ready?
They'll be here this week.
They will be
Yes,
here this week.
they'll be here
so
this
if anybody's
week.
interested, they
And-
need to call, and there's the number. They were
There it
listening.
is.
And I guess make an appointment to get one. Will you take a credit card, or you want them to come by?
No credit card.
We don't have a credit card
Okay, so
availability.
they'll come by
but
and give you a check
We can
or
also
cash.
mail them if people want to,
You'll pay a
us to
little
ship them
extra.
somewhere. Yeah.
You can ship them.
Yeah.
Well, I would. Now, this is volume A and B, all the soldiers
Right.
from Coffee County.
That's right.
That are either in the Union. Do you know how many was in the Union group?
We don't.
Any idea?
We don't.
You just
We haven't counted.
You take them as they
As
go.
we get them, yeah.
It's amazing to me that you were able to find them.
Yeah.
You feel like you've
It's a
got
lot of work.
all of them?
No, we don't have all of them.
I
There
guess
were
you never
some. There were a
can.
few
Yeah.
that we couldn't find anything on, and those we've listed the names at the front of each letter of the alphabet. And if anybody has any information about those soldiers, we would be delighted to have it, and we'll add a
any
page.
other
I was
soldiers.
especially interested that there was a gentleman that was an African American, and he joined up, or do you think he went with whoever he worked for?
We don't know. He served as a cook. His
He
name
served
was
as-
Willis Baugh.
And
His
what,
brother,
spell that last name?
B-A-U-G-H.
B-A-U-G-H.
Uh-huh.
So
And
he has 2 pages in the book also.
He has 2. Well, not. He has 4 pages.
Oh, he has 4 pages.
Yes, in 1914 and 1915, the archivist for the Tennessee State Library sent out questionnaires to all the then still living Civil War
Yeah.
veterans. And for the ones who filled out those questionnaires and sent them back, we've included those reports in their own words in the book along with their
I love
page.
that, having their own words, and that's so unusual.
It's interesting that his answers to those questions were very different from the white soldiers who answered
Exactly.
those questions.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
But he gave his time like
He did.
everybody else.
That's right.
And I would be interested to know if he was forced into it or if he decided he wanted to do it.
We don't know, but
You
we don't think so.
You think he wanted to do it? I feel like he did too.
Because
from
his
what I
brother
read.
also served, and I don't think that would have happened had they not
Or
wanted
either
to
of
do
your
it.
ancestors in the A and B
No.
volume.
No.
You have to wait a while.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point that you make, because I think that there are many, many descendants of these soldiers still living in Coffee County, and I think they'll be very interested to find their family's history.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, the stories are touching and interesting and sometimes painful. But just even if you don't know the families, just to read the soldiers' stories is very interesting.
And,
I always think about the mothers who had multiple sons serving at the same
Think about
time.
that.
Must have been very stressful.
And you mentioned that sometimes fathers would go.
Oh, indeed.
Because their
Often
sons
fathers
were
and
gone.
sons, right.
And we're here with short time to finish this up. I would encourage everybody to go by your office.
Yes.
And take a look at the book and put your order in as soon as you can. Even you would take orders, I think. prior to the publishing of the next book, would you?
We would be glad to do that.
Because obviously you might not want all the books.
We've worked ahead on the next book, and we think we'll have it out in the spring.
Oh, you think you'd be that quick?
Yes.
I can see you guys working all night long.
We've done that.
I envy you to the excitement in doing this. Anyway, thanks for coming. I hope you'll come back, and we're going to have to cut out and move on. We'll be back with more.
It is said that the eyes are the windows to the soul, and the Eye Care Center wants to make your eyes the best windows possible. The professionals at the Eye Care Center have been offering comprehensive eye care for over 30 years. From eye examinations to eye surgery, from children to seniors, we have the services you need. We pride ourselves on taking the time to fully understand our patients' wants and needs. Each patient is a unique situation and deserves our full attention and the latest treatment options. So call or stop by one of our 4 convenient locations and start seeing better today.
Hello, this is J.D. Oliver from the Smokehouse on Monte Eagle Mountain. Me and my sisters Nancy and Betsy would like to thank you all for your continued support. This year we're celebrating our 50-year anniversary at the Smokehouse. In conjunction with our 50-year celebration, we are bringing Music on the Mountain every Saturday night, 7 p.m. till 10 p.m., featuring the best of Nashville. We have had some wonderful singers, hit songwriters, and Nashville's rising stars have taken the stage. Come out this Saturday night and every Saturday night through the end of the year. Make it a date night or bring the whole family. Help us celebrate 50 years in the community. Music on the Mountain is free every Saturday night at Jim Oliver Smokehouse.
Hey, this is Sean Mayer. I'd like to invite everybody out to the Smokehouse every Saturday night for great music and awesome food.
Thank you very much, y'all.
Some people think that pressing their on-demand button will cost money or make their house explode or something. Of course, neither of these things is true. On-demand is just a way to access thousands of free movies and TV shows. The code to blow up a house is actually channel up, channel down, 2*77.
On demand, thousands of free movies and TV shows on your schedule, and nothing bad.
Welcome back. We're so blessed in Coffee County that we have beautiful music all across the county, and we're fixing to show you a film of the Coffee County Civic Choir that's directed by Evans Baird, and it's supported by the Rotary Club. We're going to give you just a little bit of their music.
Strong
This is Eli Manning on behalf of the American Red Cross. You can help the victims of thousands of disasters across the country each year. Disasters like the recent hurricanes. Please make a financial gift to the American Red Cross Disaster Relief Fund. This fund enables the Red Cross to provide shelter, food, counseling, and other assistance to the victims of disasters. To make a contribution, call 1-800-RED-CROSS or visit redcross.org. Thank you for your support.
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
Waiting around for things other people get right away just doesn't make much sense. Get high-speed Charter internet and enjoy downloads way faster than DSL.
All right, folks, we're back, and again, I have my friend and partner Tim Daly up here with me, and we just want to let you know that you can get that right there. Tim Daly straight to you, www.timdailymusic.com, and Spotify, CD Baby, all those places. And Tim, you said you were from Maryland, and I know one of the songs on this CD right here is Heroes. Mm-hmm. And the time of year it is, holiday time, Thanksgiving time, mm-hmm. Christmas is around the corner. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about what Heroes is about.
Well, it's a song I wrote. I've had it, it's been probably one of the first songs I wrote when I got to Nashville. Mm-hmm. And wrote it with Wayne Perry, but wanted to write it for my folks who I've got a great family. Mm-hmm. And so I just wanted to, just let them know how I feel, and they've been, I couldn't ask for two better people, and they've always supported me in the music. They knew I was going to do it, either way. And so, yeah, I mean, I just, I wanted to write a song to, I mean, they're my heroes, know. I mean.
Well, why don't you do that for us? And folks, remember this face, remember this voice, remember that guitar, because this is somebody you're going to hear a lot. You're going to hear a lot of, and if I've got anything to do with it, you'll hear a whole lot about it. And know that you can find, if you can't catch up with him, you can always find me, and I know how to get a rope around him. And we'll bring him to whatever you need to do with him. We'll bring him there, and of course, nothing's free in this world, folks.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody needs to make a little bit here and there. Tim Daly and Heroes.
Thank you. And also, I wanted to say, we stayed last night at Jim Oliver's Smokehouse, and I wanted to thank them up there for being so kind to me and Teresa.
There you go.
And
Smokehouse Trading Post and Restaurant.
That's right. All right, here we go. I had my heroes when I was a kid, like every American boy. And it was baseball quarterbacks, Hopalong, Gene, and Roy. And as I grew older, the more they changed, along with who I look up to. And now the
stood by me through thick and thin, never once did they let me down. Daddy never had no fortune or fame. Mama stood by him just the same. They worked their fingers to the bone. If you want to see my heroes, let me take you home. It's been years since I left home, and I guess I've done it all. From the bottom to the top, I've seen the rise and fall. But the reason I'm here today, there can be no doubt, is two people, the love they gave that I can't live without. No, if you want to see my heroes, they're still living in the house I grew up in. Stood by me through thick and thin, never once did they let me down. Daddy never had no fortune or fame. Mama stood by him just the same. They worked their fingers to the bone. If you want to see my heroes, let me take you home. If you want to see my heroes, they're still living in the house I grew up in. Stood by me through thick and thin, never once did they let me down. Daddy never had no fortune or fame. Mama stood by him just the same. They worked their fingers to the bone. If you want to see my heroes, let me take you home. Let me take you home.
All right, Tim Daly. And what we're going to do right now is take you home, folks. That's our show for this week. And thank you for being with us. And Tim, thank you for being here, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you,
and folks,
brother.
we'll see you next week.